Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to Monday, July 25th, 2022. My name is Sonia Marie, and it's been a hot minute. It's been about 2 weeks since I've been live on this thing, and your girl has taken a needed vacation. Glad to be back. Blessed to be back. Blessed to be alive. Ready to dive on into whatever feelings and information and understandings that's going to come through today. Listen, I'm gonna do my best to take my time. Got my washcloth very handy because it's a little warm in Los Angeles right now. So I'm just going to take a moment and try to stay cool, cool. Oh God, girls feeling goofy already. I'm gonna take a minute to allow people to come on in because notifications are a little off. So let me give y'all about a 2 minute commercial and let you know that I am incredibly happy and proud of you. Really excited that so many people took advantage of that Uranus North Node special that I was running. Y'all kept a girl busy. I'm not gonna lie. I even extended it to the first week of August. So I don't know if you still have that link. A few people said that it was sold out already. And to be honest with you, it doesn't look like it. I think it depends on the time in which you'd like to have your reading, but there's some spots still available throughout the first week of August. It has proven to be, in my opinion, so successful. You have no idea, and I'm being straight up and down, realer than real, how full my heart feels oftentimes, 99.8% of the time, when I get off, or I should say, when I finish a reading with people. Um, to let you in my life real quick, and then I say hello to everybody, it's almost like my heart just swells as I allow the information to flow on through, as I see your ancestors and your guides, as I see the information as it comes together like a crazy puzzle in my brain and in my heart. Like, it just makes me swell even more because I'm connected with your energy to see that you're actually getting it. That shit blows me away. Like, I'm like, who is Sonia to be sitting here connected with them, going through blah and feeling me and going through and telling you, and then you're like, oh shit, that's exactly what I've been doing. Like, that never gets old. On the real, I'm just as goofy in a personal reading as I am on this goddamn YouTube, because I just get so excited and happy that we are all coming together and getting this, even through the rough patches. And we can talk about that, even through these egotistical patches, and we can talk about that. As you know, Sonia is realer than real for those that have been, receiving information through me for some time. I appreciate your loyalty and devotion, but I can't do it any other way. I can't really do it any other way but real. So, hey, I'm glad to be back. Glad to be forward. Let me say what up to the peoples. What's up, Nicole Shan and Life Dance and Yaya is in the place to be. She went to St. John's University. Or did you? I don't know. Angela Hill is here. What's up, Angie? And Kimberly Sterling is here. And Angie P is here. April's here. Miss Maya's here. Katrina, what up with you, fam? Chelsea is here. Wanda Fox Terry. Wanda Fox Terry, come on down. You're the next contestant on. Jay Walker is here. Phoenix, what up? What up, Roxy? What's going on? You like how my voice kind of changed? Giselle, what up, cute cancer lady? Danielle, oh man, I missed your face too, man, and I can't wait to squeeze you. We going to Mount Shasta. I gotta come up with another song with that, but a little melody. That's gonna be a time. Let me turn this little light up so I can see. Ooh, a girl needs the glasses. Shamir is here. Hi, Tinjin. I was just talking about you the other day to Sweet Bree and your artwork and all things. You're so dope. Y'all need to check out Tension. Mahogany Dreaming is here. You know I gotta say hey to everybody, and that's as far as I could go. All right. Timeless is here and everything. So, where should we start? What y'all been doing? Ooh. I just want to take a moment just to feel goofy for a second because if it's anything like your girl and what I've been feeling and going through on so many levels, on like the best levels possible, on the the crazy confusion levels, on the egotistical levels, on the let me be quiet before I catch a case level, on the lonely kind of like don't nobody see Sonia for Sonia's kind of who Sonia is kind of level. Yo, when I tell you, and again, please let me know y'all talk among yourselves. You know, I read these comments afterwards and I like that y'all converse. It brings about the family and the village a little bit more. Again, my apologies for this washcloth, but it's hot. It's just really just what's the sun doing? They said it was gonna warm up, and people didn't believe it. Anyway, it's been really, really, really interesting. Let me start here because there we have to review what's actually going on in the sky prior to this moment. So we can revisit how we feeling and kind of come up to this. Y'all ready for a possible long one? Whew. Okay. So, Thursday, Jupiter goes retrograde. And at that time, it will be four retrograde planets in the sky. Uranus is last to catch up, I think in about a couple of weeks, right? But the deal is, and we talked about this a month or two ago, and how this summer was going to slow down in that respect because we have to revisit some things, right? I kind of alluded to this on Instagram just now with my quick little rundown, but Saturn, Pluto, what I say, Neptune, and Jupiter on Thursday is all going retrograde. So when that happens, there's a weird pause, especially in the middle of a time in which we are new, in the middle of a time in which Uranus in the North Node, and those that have taken, I should say, have signed up for Uranus North Node reading. You know, I was doing this the whole fucking video. Uranus in the North Node coming together. And if you don't know what that is, if you're new and you just need a little reboot, Uranus and the North Node coming together is allowing us to get on our trajectory, on our purpose, on a solid purpose in a quick kind of way, universally quick. And the reason why I say it like that is because we have at least 4 or 5 months to kind of activate this Uranus North Node thing. We're all feeling it. We all feel like something is new. But again, back to my point, everything is going retrograde at the same time. That right there can cause not necessarily confusion, but like a reworking of sorts. Like always feeling like, are you ready? I don't know. Are you ready? I don't know. And you keep looking behind you. Now, please and very please answer this question very, very honestly. Are you afraid to move forward? Please answer me and answer each other. Talk to each other. Why do I ask you that? Because I know that ego wants us to move forward. That ego says, God damn it, I need to be COVID free. I need to be out. I need to shake my ass again. I need to flirt. I need to make this money. I need to move. I need to develop a new business. I need to do X, Y, and Z. But to be truthful with you, with these slow down, especially Saturn slowing down because it deals with fears and lessons. These slow down planets is actually, I'm so glad you're honest, Wanda Fox Terry. Come on down. And Kimberly. Yes. Yes. And here's the deal. And Giselle. And the reason why I'm proposing this question is because oftentimes, let me take a sip. You would think this was a screwdriver out this motherfucker. No, I'm just joking. But it's not. It's just orange juice. The reason why I'm proposing this question is because ego wants us, especially in this Leo time. Sun is in Leo, Mercury is in Leo. So especially during this time, ego says, come on, let's go. Come on, don't sit back. Come on, we've been dealing with this. And if somebody asks you, are you ready to move? Are you ready to do this? And you're like, yeah, girl, yes, I am, brother. I'm about to do this thing. But on the inside, there's still that trepidation. On the inside, you may say, I know I need to do this, but I don't know how. On the inside, even after you got a particular reading with me or you researched on your own what that Uranus North Node thing is doing for you, and it's going to make you change, whether you're afraid or not, to be truthful with you up and down. On the inside, you're like, but what if? What happens? How am I going to do it? Ooh, bang. That's a big fucking bell, especially for all the earth signs or people who have strong earth signs. How? How, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, how am I going to do this? What's the freaking steps? What's the order of importance here? Who's the priority? What's the priority? What are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Whew. That deserves a pause. Because sometimes that how gets us misconstrued, right? Even in the midst of a Uranus North Node, kind of like, bitch, I'm going to put you on your track the way you need to be. And we don't need the how. As human beings in our egotistical self, especially in this Leo time. Why do I keep saying that? Because Leo energy has big ego. Huge. Even though it thinks it's generous and it's being nice, it's still big and it's still ego. Okay? Understand that. So the bottom line is that, yeah, we're in this space going, I need to do this thing. I need to change. But how do I do that? And if you don't see the how as human beings, as that egotistical being, if you don't see the how, sometimes we stay stuck in that fear. Does that make sense, y'all? Yes, yes, y'all, to the beat. Are y'all getting me? Right? I can't wait to go back and read all of this, right? Because I just wanted to put that out to you and say your fear is real. Your fear is real, and be easy on yourself for it. In my opinion, the best way to get through that is to breathe. The best way to get through that is just to write and or meditate or connect and share responsibly. I say share with someone responsibly, to those that can take your vulnerable spaces, right? And say, this is what I really want. Yeah, I don't know the how, but this is what I want. Like dreaming out loud, you dig? God is immediate right now. God is immediate right now. My point. So if you are addressing your fears in this moment and say, God, in your prayers, in your meditations, in your connections with people, say, God, this is what I'm afraid of. Can you help me get up off of this thing? Can you help me see how ridiculous this fear is? Can you help me utilize my talents and my gifts and the strength that I have accrued for the last year, 2, 3 years? Can you help me see how I got to this moment and how I stayed alive and how I can utilize that strength to move forward? I need to see that. I need to remind myself God is immediate right now. When we ask for the assistance, please be sure and best be sure it's coming within minutes, within hours, within days. I'm honestly seeing it all around me. The catch is that you got to believe that shit. And I know I've said this before. You got to believe that the hints and the hits, the conversations that come through, the inspiration that you receive through your dream times. You understand? The little things that strangers say as you pass them. You was just thinking, God damn, what color should I get to wear to this, I don't know, shindig tonight? And the sister comes by and go, girl, you look good in yellow. Oh shit. Come on now. God is immediate right now. Are y'all listening to me and God? Not to me, just to your damn selves on the real. All right. So that's a little slow down motion. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and thank y'all for the thumbs up already, letting YouTube know that I'm doing my job. I am so happy to talk to y'all and share what I've been feeling, because yes, I've been on vacation. I went to Costa Rica, came back, worked, and then went to Aruba. 2 different trips, 2 different sets of people, 2 different sets of energies, 2 different Sonias. And I have to say, it's all with love. However, a lot of lessons came up for me in particular. I don't want to get too detailed, but I will say this. There is a revisiting of old shit. There is a understanding that we are new in our old shit. We don't have to respond. We don't have to react. We don't have to spend money. We don't have to love. We don't have to not love in the same ways. I know that sounds general as fuck. And that's the only way I can actually communicate with a wide span of people, because everybody's stories is different. And if I saw your chart, I can be able to pick out where it lays or lies in your life. But understand this thing. There's so much going on. There's so much revisiting. There's so many things that are coming up that I want to make it plain and simple. And I want to tell you to be easy on yourself, because it ain't over. It's never over. But I believe that we have been forced in this summer anyway to slow down to prepare us for next year. 2023, and I've been talking about this to a few close friends, is going to be the game changer on the real. We're getting stronger for it now. Oh, by the way, that is the theme to our retreat in Mount Shasta. Stronger for it because we survived, being stronger for it. Whatever things that we went through and whatever we're about to go through, we're going to be stronger for it. Now you say, well, goddamn, I do want to be stronger, but I want to be peaceful. Do you understand that there's a different type of peace within the strength that's coming? There's a different type of peace. Where the frick is all these downloads coming from? I ain't even get to the book yet, to my notes. There's a peace in the strength and the different types of strength that we are being given. That makes sense to me. So here's the deal. Thank you, Spirit. That makes sense because there's a lot of people that want to get turned off by the word strength. I no longer want to be strong. I don't want to be that hard Black woman. I don't want to be that mug that's taking care of everybody. Yeah. I get that because neither do I. There's a softness that needs to come with this new strength that's coming. That's the peace. Sometimes you can be strong without saying a word. Sometimes you can utilize your strength without doing anything. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you can take back your power, sit in your power, and through your eyes, dare a motherfucker to come close. Does this make sense to y'all? There's a peace in this new strength that we're given, and a lot of people are not going to like it. A lot of people who are used to you being strong for them are falling off or combating the type of friendship or love or whatever it is that you're used to giving them. Kick rocks. And I say that with love because the bottom line is that everybody's strength needs to level up to a space that's comfortable for them. This level up of comfortability when it comes to being strong, thus peaceful, has nothing to do with the next person. It has everything to do with how we need to be strong in order to survive what is coming because it's about to get worse before it gets better. The world is fucking falling apart in a way in which we can create new. And the universe takes its time to do that, but it's definite as fuck. And if you go through any of my videos, you contact anybody else, anybody that's spiritual, anybody that you've been learning through, have been teaching yourself, you can see the methodology of it all. You can see the process of it all in the last 5 years. Yes and yes? Are y'all with me? Yo, God ain't playing. That's all I'm going to say. God is not playing. Your ancestors aren't either. So get ready for the real fallout. So where's your peace and your strength? So when the fallout happens, you are unshakable. You are unshakable. Nothing will question where you're going and your strength. Hey, Command. So let's go into astrology. Let's go into the space in which, what do you need?
Code for that. I got something in the mail.
Oh, okay. You can take it.
I didn't get a text, so that means it's the other one.
Oh, I don't think I did. Sorry, y'all. Okay, here's the deal. Let's talk about what's happening. Wait. That's not the page I want. What's today? Oh. Today is Monday, the 25th. I got a little off and distracted. Are y'all with me still? Today is Monday. I tell him, he said, what's up, Roxy? He just left. Today is Monday, the 25th. Yes, the sun is in Leo. Yes, Mercury is in Leo. The moon is about to go into Cancer today at 1:54 p.m. So if you're feeling like, the emotions are coming on strong, if you're feeling like you want to be connected to your mom, to the females in your life, you feel like you need more nurturing or you need to nurture more yourself, here comes that moon in Cancer reassuring that. I happen to love when the moon is in Cancer, of course, because it gives us all opportunity to relax, to relate, to get into that softer, more emotional space in us that allows us to breathe through what it is that we feel, and it is necessary. Understand that tears are necessary. So as we do that thing, it also kind of quietly prompts us to hold on to our past. Now, I'm going to talk a lot about the past today in a sense because of this Jupiter going retro and how it hits this new moon on Thursday, right? Urging us to connect with some past gems. However, when it comes to holding on to the past of emotions and emotional responses, you may not want to do that thing. Does that make sense to everybody? And when I say that, it's like the moon in Cancer. Well, first of all, Cancer energy is always holding on to the past. It's nostalgic for the past. It's nostalgic for family. It's nostalgic for all things that have proven itself and wants to hold on because of the security. Cancer energy loves security. So with our emotions, or the emotions, because this is a transit moon in Cancer, these emotions being secured within itself, it wants to hold on to what worked, so it doesn't release, so it doesn't cry, so it doesn't break free, so it doesn't take you off your track about where it is or how it is, which direction you're going into. And I say that simply because there's a lot of people that are tired of crying. There's a lot of people that are emoting. There's a lot of people that don't want to hold on to the past. But let me understand, let me show you honestly, as much as I can in this moment in time, how holding on to the past will absolutely cripple you, but it can absolutely set you free. It's about being detached. It's about being detached from what it is that you see worked or did not work in the past. If we hold on to it and stay in our slumber, if we hold on to it and stay in our mess, if we hold on to it and stay in our hurt feelings, then that's when it takes us under. People are dying because they need to. Lives are changing because they need to. Feelings are getting hurt because it's time for you to see your part in which you played. How about that latter situation? Why are your feelings getting hurt, boo boo? Why are you upset about X, Y, and Z? Did you play in that? Are you really the victim? Are you making yourself out to be the victim? Are you putting yourself in position again to be the victim? Let's talk about that shit. Today, with the moon going into Cancer, well, actually, let me tell you this before we talk about the aspects to that moon for tomorrow, because the one aspect that I wrote down that I wanted to get into for today has to do with it being in Gemini. Now, we've already passed this moment in time, 1:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where are we right now? Yeah, we passed it. But I want to tell you this, that moon in Gemini this morning, and it could linger throughout the day, squared Neptune in Pisces. Whew. That's a feeling that I'm having a little bit right now. What I wrote was get unblurry due to your emotions. Write it down and communicate. Boom, boom. So with the moon being in Gemini this morning, and you may feel it lingering throughout the day, even though the moon will pop into Cancer. If you're feeling cloudy, and I am a little bit, if you're feeling cloudy about where you need to go, Neptune, delusions, confusions, your art, right? Drugs, alcoholism, all that escapism shit, right? The moon is like, yo, talk about it, because the moon is going against that Neptune shit. The moon is going against that need to be clear. So you got to speak it. You have to write it out so you can get unblurried. That's not the right word, but you understand what I mean. You can get unblurry. You can see your path. You can understand, like, oh, this ain't personal. All this shit that I've been holding on to, all this blurry feeling, it's not personal. It's absolutely on some shit like, oh, I just need to be detached for a second, moon in Gemini, before it goes into Cancer. I need to be detached for a second to see the compartments of my emotions, to see that I need to cry for this, be mad for this, ask questions for this, qualify for that. You understand? Execute for this. Does that make sense? Moon in Gemini says that. But if Neptune is saying, I don't want to see the compartments, I just want to be in my shit and in my haze and my cloudiness, you may have a disadvantage of what's going on today. Does that make sense to anybody? Again, we're isolating it down to the days. This is today. And you may feel it throughout. Tomorrow is a different story. As the moon is strong in its Cancer energy, it's going to square Jupiter. Just before it gets into, before it goes retro, your emotions may be a little bit thrown off. I put blessings stopped due to emotions and or lack of nurturing yourself. Blessings stopped due to emotions and or lack of nurturing yourself. That's tomorrow. So you may feel that thing. Again, Jupiter being your blessings, Jupiter being your rewards, awards, your opportunities, the optimism that's coming your way. And if it's in Aries, you feel like it's coming on fast, or it may be coming childlike, or it may be coming for you to execute a project or a thing. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But the emotions tomorrow may go against that because you possibly feel like you're not taking care of you in that. Does that make sense to anybody? Like Jupiter is moving so fast, trying to get you what it is that you thought you missed. What you thought you missed these Skittles, but your moon, your emotions are like, are we taking care of us though? I'm so hell bent on trying to make that money, get these opportunities, but where am I in the midst of all of this? And I mean that truthfully. Like, how am I loving myself? How am I stopping to nurture myself? How am I giving permission for myself to cry? How am I giving myself permission to get with my sisters, to get with my brothers, to receive, to go to the ocean and allow Yemeya to wash over me? How am I allowing these emotional needs to bring the blessings on in? Don't stop it, is the point, with that moon squaring Jupiter. Does this make sense? Also, tomorrow, that moon in Cancer will be in conjunction to Venus. Boom, boom, another boom. Why? Because if you are right, this is the black. I wrote this to myself, obviously. Perfect time to find out that self-love, that Cancer love. The moon emotions in Cancer conjuncting same sign Venus in Cancer. Oh, let me love up on myself and allow whatever blessings that Jupiter is saying I'm holding back on just go away or come back around when it needs to. Because that moon and Venus is urging us tomorrow, yo, pay attention to your worth and your value, the mother in you. Squirrel, I think oftentimes we looked towards people, especially our mothers, especially the women in our lives, to pour into us in a way in which we may not know how to, or we haven't necessarily tapped into. Here where I'm going. I think we give up our power a lot. And I've said this a billion times before. But this reminds me tomorrow, it reminds me that we give away our power in a way in which, how should I say it? We don't know how to be the women that we want to be. We don't know how to be that divine feminine that we want to be. Why? Because we're always looking on the outside of us. We're looking at our mothers to teach us. We're looking at our aunties to teach us. We're looking at other women to teach us. It's an external lesson, but it's not. What are the things that you want to do to make you feel soft? And that's a real fucking question. What are the things that you want to do, men included, to make you feel soft? Now, this example may be for women, but is it a veggie cleanse? Should you pay more attention to your vagina, your sexual organs, to your breast? Should you, to make you feel soft, to make you feel feminine? Should you pay more attention to the mother in you? Connect with the children. Sit at a park again, or with some other kids, your kids, and laugh at what they're laughing at. Are you allowing yourself to visit your emotions in a way that you put on a shelf because you've been so goddamn serious lately, trying to make your money, trying to move forward, trying to execute projects and shit? There's a softness in us that needs to be reworked, revisited, re-examined. Does that make sense? And with the moon conjunct in Venus, Venus ain't gonna allow us to pull back and just, I should say, escape that, or I should say ignore that, because Venus is about passion and desire. And there's a desire right now, again, to be softer than soft. So we can hear the instructions in the wind. We can hear it like a whisper, you dig? If you too fucking aggressive, and your ego is telling you too advanced and you just gonna move on this thing and you don't need the basics anymore, you don't need to listen, then you might miss the mark. Does that make sense to y'all? I'm glad that y'all listening. Somebody said, some of our mothers don't know how to, unfortunately. That's the real word. Some of our mothers don't know how to revisit this place in which our generation is doing our best to move forward in. It can be sad to watch. It can be sometimes frustrating and infuriating to watch. But at the same time, it's a real fucking fact that every generation has its power, every generation has its lesson, every generation has its blessing, its magic, its propulsion to move existence forward. And in this moment in time, we are being taught the power of strength and our vulnerability and our feminine ways and in our softness, in which our mothers and our aunties and our grandmothers and great grandmothers didn't have that luxury. They had to be hard. They had to go forward. They had to bust balls. They had to punch a motherfucker in the mouth. You understand what I'm saying? They had to live by themselves. Again, this might sound like a repeat lesson, but understand what the universe is doing for us in this moment in time. Repeating these lessons so we fucking get it. And I mean that with everything. I'm not here to just be redundant. I'm here to remind us that we continuously have work, y'all. Don't fall back on your work. Pull up to every moment possible. Even if it looks like you've done this before, pull up in a new and a more exciting way. And forgive your mothers, forgive your aunties, forgive the women around you who don't know how to pour into you. And honestly, I'm saying that from experience. There may be some friends that have a whole nother way of pouring. And you look at them and go, yeah, that's not what I need to do. Why? Because this Cancer freaking moon is telling us, especially going against this Jupiter, is telling us, your blessings ain't gonna come from motherfuckers pouring into you. Your comfort and your blessings is come from you pouring into you, for you pouring into you, the feminine in you pouring into you. What makes you feel soft and feminine? A nice little negligee, a good meal as you go to bed, nice and fat and full. Honestly, it could be almost anything that makes you feel good, but that's you. Please don't let anybody criticize you and tell you what it's not and how it's supposed to look. Mm-mm. Anyway, on Tuesday, Mercury also squares Mars. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Right? Mercury being communication, words, strategy. Y'all following me? Words and strategy. I have so many things going through my brain right now. It's a little overwhelming. Mercury going communication, strategy, process. You did up against squaring Mars. Mars is in Taurus, by the way. Mars is movement, motivation, and I love that Mars is in Taurus, moving past that Uranus North Node. We've mentioned that last video, 2 videos ago. Ooh, I'll revisit that in a minute, but that's the bomb diggity. However, in this particular aspect, Mercury being in Leo, going up against square in Mars and Taurus, is a nice little standoff. So if Tuesday you feel like what you're thinking is not matching your movements, you're absolutely right. But you can unkey that. You can open that up. You can allow yourself to breathe into where you're thinking, how you're moving, and how you need to utilize that if you just pull back from being a little stubborn, because your thoughts don't, your egotistical thoughts or our egotistical thoughts may not match up with how we methodically want to move, because our thoughts, our ego is saying, God damn, it's Leo season and I'm thinking like a Leo and I don't give a fuck. It's time to shine, Sonia. I get all of this. We need to keep healing. We need to be in our safe space and be vulnerable and all that. Revisit our mother shit. All of these things that are going on, but I just want to shine. That's what Mercury in Leo says. Like, yeah, but Mars and Taurus is like, take your time, no, sister. Take your time. Be methodical in that thing. Recognize the value and the worth in that thing. Recognize the loyalty and the devotion to self in that thing. Or else there'll be a weird ass standoff at the light. You ever been at a light when the light turns green 4 or 5 times and you're like, what the fuck, baby? Go, go, go. Yeah, that's because in this analogy, the brain is going against your movements and y'all both want to be right. Your egotistical thoughts. Again, ego can look like, I'm here for you. I'm here to protect you. I'm here to love on you. Nobody asked you. That's your ego. I'm here to give you space. I'm here to take, nobody asked you. I'm here to be your savior. I'm here to be your man. I'm here to be your woman. I got this. Nobody asked you. Ego looks like that, even in the best conversations. Did anybody ask you? Ego wants to profess itself and like, yeah, I showed up. I helped this one out in your mind. Nobody asked you. Can I say that enough? Can I say that enough? You need to watch that on Tuesday when you ask yourself, when you get into the stubborn standoff about people moving or you moving or your anger coming up or their anger coming up. Did they ask you? Did y'all talk about it? Mercury. Did you make it a declaration? I'm just saying. Don't get your feelings hurt and trapped up in some shit and get mad at some shit that ain't nobody asked you to be there. I'm just saying. Not my monkeys, not my circus. On Tuesday, also, that moon in Cancer will sextile Mars. Now, that's interesting. You may not be able to say it, but you absolutely can move out the way. Bottom line, nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. So if you can't apologize, then give a nice little prayer and keep it pushing. Give a nice little acknowledgement of their love and keep it pushing because the moon will sextile Mars. Whereas the brain doesn't know what the fuck is going on and why you're moving or not moving in a particular way, why you're becoming angry or not becoming angry in a particular way on Tuesday, right? That square that's happening, I just mentioned. The moon is like, but I kind of feel you. I kind of know why we're not doing that because it's not my monkeys, not my motherfucking circus. Hello? We need to go on further with that. I'm just saying, ask questions, do what you need to do so I can go back through this thread and see if y'all get me or not. On Wednesday, and moon is still in Cancer, but I think it'll be void of course sometimes throughout that day. Void of course is when it's in the last like 5-6 degrees of being in a particular sign and it feels a little wonky, like it's going out of one vibration into another, right? But for the most part, on Wednesday, that moon will stay in Cancer. It's going to irritate the fuck out of Saturn. Saturn is going reverse, right? Saturn is in Aquarius, right? So I put emotions are irritating your review of your fears and your boundaries. Remember that the heart work that you did, remember the heart work that you did in the last 2 days. Boom, rewind selector. So I've been talking about all this Monday and Tuesday about the moon being in Cancer and revisiting those soft places, those vulnerable spaces. On Wednesday, when the moon is quincunxing Saturn going reverse, it goes, well, goddamn, are those any lessons that we need to learn? I don't know. What about these boundaries that I put up? I'm being soft, but you about to cross over my boundary. The irritation of that. Understand this. People are not going to get that lesson quicker than quick, and neither are you. So yeah, maybe on Wednesday, maybe the day after, people will test those boundaries. People will test those restrictions. The heart work that you just did Monday and Tuesday, the feeling of being soft, people may test that thing. People may make you, or I should say, reignite your fear. Don't allow it to irritate you and allow you to slide back into some unproductive shit. That's all I'm going to say. All right. On Wednesday, also, the moon, even though it's irritated by these lessons, Saturn, that's going retrograde, like I just explained, but the moon is actually going to trine Neptune. So if you get a little thrown off by people testing your boundaries, you may want to slide into some escapism with Neptune there. I say hold off for a second. Just pause for a minute and don't slide into escapism more than you slide into art, more than you slide into your prayers, more than you slide into the upswing of what Neptune has to bring. Neptune is an ally, y'all. Excuse me for burping, drinking that juice. Things want to come up. My apologies. But Neptune is also like a way in which you can check yourself on some internal shit. Neptune is that quiet voice that goes, yo, you know, you damn well we're not supposed to be doing this, right? In this kind of tone and everything, in the sexy Sonia Marie tone. You know damn well we're not supposed to be messing with this one and that one. Now you want to escape. You want to escape into some space that, you know, make you feel good and you feel delusioned all over again. But you're doing all this hard work. What you doing though? Yo, go to bed. That's what Neptune says. Yo, go to bed. Relax instead of being confused and sliding into some mistakes. Y'all dig that? I sexy Sonia Marie voice. Y'all like that? Y'all want to hear that on some more music soon? It's a coming. It's a coming. It's a coming. By the way, y'all should follow my new page on Instagram, Sonia Marie Writes, WRITES. Sonia Marie Writes. I am going to get a little bit more vocal on that artist tip because she's definitely needing to come on out. Hence my voice. Okay. Also on Wednesday, the moon is opposition Pluto. Balance that power in those emotions. What did the past, your family stuff, teach you? Ooh, hold on. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we all talking about feminine shit. We're all talking about mothers and women and how to go back into our family. Why? Because the moon is in Cancer and the moon in Cancer urges that. Cancer is all about family. all about family, good, bad, and indifferent, right? But on Wednesday, when it balances that out, I think that's so appropriate. At the end of this moon being in Cancer, it balances out with Pluto to go, oh, so you found your power in that. You found out that you actually are not your mother. You just came through your mother, as my friend Nicole liked to say. You just came through your mother. Yes, and very yes. So you balance out that power, Pluto, by knowing the, in quotes, good things or blessed things that you can take from the females in your family and what you hold true for yourself, the things that you can discard and what you need to change about you. Does that make sense? Because guarantee, especially for women, we emulate our mothers a lot, oftentimes to our fault. So when we're balancing out this moon and this Pluto thing, it's like, what are the things I want to take and what are the things I want to discard? What are the things I want to stay true in? And what are the things I'm like, I don't want to be her in that way. I don't want to be that feminine space in this way. I need to be a new type of feminine and be very, very open for criticism. Friends and family alike, people will look at you like, for real? You going to the store with no bra? This is my story. I can't stand bras. And I'm going to tell you straight up and down, and I will scream off the top of the goddamn mountaintop. It's one of the reasons why I need to retire on a goddamn island somewhere. So ain't nobody paying attention to anything else. Why they got to pay attention to your titties in the city? Titties in the city. Why pay attention to titties in the city when you're on the island and you could just roam around free? I just went on a mad squirrel just then, but I'm for real in that thing. Why can't I be feminine the way I be feminine? Without you criticizing my femininity and how I want to express that thing. If you get stuck looking at my boobs, that's on you. Motherfucker ain't got shit to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Be mature. Titties are titties. Shut up. In any case, if that's my feminine way, if you have a particular feminine way, balance out your own power and receive the power in which you stand true in about your feminine ways. Titties in the city, my goddamn example. I'm just saying. All right, brings us to Thursday. I hope y'all got a little chuckle out of that because I'm a little chuckled inside my belly. And don't be talking shit if you see me on the street. Be like, you got a bra on, Sonya? That'll be Roxy and her Scorpio New York ass. I'm going to get you. Anyway, Thursday, new moon. New moon in Leo, 1:55 p.m. New creative pursuits. By the way, like I said, I don't know if I said it already, but it's worth repeating for the Leo ego. Happy solar return to all the Leos out there. Much love to you and your gregarious, creative, wildly passionate self. I love Leo energy, if you haven't realized that already. To be truthful with you, I probably start all of that off every season I go. I love Cancer. I love Gemini. I love Aries. You know why? Because each energy has its own like power to bring in. And I'll be truthful with you though, to bring forth in the universe and we can learn from, to finish that sentence, period. I'll be truthful with you though. Leo energy is extra special in a way that it kind of gets a bad rap. Like I feel like all fixed signs get a bad rap on some level or not. Cardinals too. I guess they all do get a bad rap. But I do know that fixed signs oftentimes are noted for it. Fixed signs like Scorpio and Leo and Aquarius and Taurus. Why? Because they stand convicted in who they are and they're not as mutable as other people would like for them to be. But other people would like for them to be. That sounds like control. That sounds like, some need to bend a motherfucker when they don't want to be bent. Now listen, fixed signs do bend when it's time. I want y'all to know that. Fixed signs do bend when it's time. So the criticism about Leos being so stubborn in their shit, so hard in their shit, so open and gregarious and out there in the middle of the floor in their shit, not paying attention too much to everybody else seemingly, but because they're in their shit, they're the sun and need to shine, is such a misconception. While Leo energy is shining, whether it be it in the moon or in the sun, as a new moon that I'm trying to get to in a minute, and or in the sun sign, the season that we're in, it always offers up an opportunity for you to shine with them. If that's not generous, I don't know what is. What people do oftentimes is look at Leo energy as very superficial and only see the glare. Put your freaking glasses on. Put the solar glasses on and try to look through the glare to the person's heart. Do you hear what I'm saying? To that energy's heart? Because that energy's heart is saying and cheerleading, you can shine just like me. We can shine in new ways, in passionate ways, in creative ways, in childlike ways. Leo loves children, and it is a big kid itself in a performative way, in a way that, yeah, it can look like performance art, but it also looks like showing up, being devoted, being loyal. Squirrel, Leo energy is so incredibly loyal. It's almost like to a fault, like a lot to about. Ooh, take your time, Sonya. It seems a lot like Taurus energy, like some martyrdom shit. Although Leo gets out of there before it dies, Taurus doesn't. But Leo energy will not die because it's too fucking fabulous to die. But at the same time, is loyal as a fault until you hurt that energy, until you go, oh wait, hold on, you don't love like I love. Oh, you're not gonna go as hard as I'm gonna go. Oh, you don't shine like me. My expectations got me funked up, man. Leo energy. Oh, my bad. I'll pull back. But no. Wait. I mean, I still need that shine. You do, but you draining a motherfucker. You do, but you need to learn how to get it yourself. You do, but I need to appreciate it more for me. And that's the real lesson behind that Leo shine. The more you give it away, the more people miss it, the more people want it, but the more you need it your goddamn self. And this is not just for Leo people, by the way. I'm explaining this so you can see how this Leo season is for all other signs. And you can see where this new moon in Leo is going. Y'all get me? Okay. I just had to give a little love to that Leo energy because they get fucked up sometimes. Don't do that. Don't do that to Leo energy, thinking that it's all about them, even though that low level energy of Leo says, yeah, I'm self-centered and it's my shit and I'm ego. Yeah, but they have a heart that goes with that too. So make sure you pay attention and slow down long enough to see their heart before you judge and you criticize where they're coming from and where that energy is coming from. So it being in a new moon at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday says, yo, what's the newness of this new creativity, this new joy, you understand, that you want to bring in? Now, all things Leo, right? I'm glad y'all get that. What is this new energy? Well, ironically, it's hitting Jupiter that's going retrograde the same day. Oh, so this new energy that's coming about has to do with something that Jupiter is asking us to revisit. Is my thought as an astrologer. Anybody else want to combat that and say differently? Be my guest. Or to add to it, I would love to hear it. However, the first thing that comes off of me when a new moon hits Jupiter going retro is, oh, new information is coming through, but utilizing the old blessings. Oh, word? Yeah. Because, first of all, Jupiter's blessings, whether it's going direct or retrograde, is above and beyond anything that we can think about. Like what I mean by that is that even if when it's going retrograde, it may not be a box full of Skittles, but it's a half a box full of Skittles. And that's a blessing in itself. That's necessary within itself. You dig? So this new moon, these new opportunities in Leo saying, yo, how can we be brighter, bigger, more gregarious? How can we make that money? How can we be more loyal, devoted to ourselves or to others? How can we be more creative? How can we be more childlike? All things Leo. Well, again, to reiterate, it hits Jupiter and say, visit some things you used to do. Visit those things you used to feel good about. What colors used to make you exciting? What music used to make you exciting? And when you used to bake these cupcakes, when you used to visit the courthouse and sit in the courthouse and watch justice being played out. I'm just thinking of anything and everything off the top of my head. Because even though Leo is all creative, Leo is just about bringing the devotion of what it believes to be true to life again. What are those old things that you believe to be true? Bring it to life again. And it doesn't have to look like the same things as before. It can have a new color, a new shape, a new vibration, a new state, a new country to be in, but it's going to be different if you revisit. What are those gifts, y'all? For real, talk among yourself, pray on it, add it in your journals, do whatever you need to do. Thursday will show you, yo, you've been sleeping on you, motherfucker. Like, for real? Squirrel, I had a conversation the other day with a friend of mine about the word motherfucker. And I want to let y'all know, I even call Kamal motherfucker. Because here's the deal, motherfucker and curses have different meanings, right? So that's my favorite curse word, motherfucker. Because you could be like, oh, motherfucker, that's so cute. Oh, motherfucker. Or, motherfucker, I'm about to. Now that's my motherfucker. Motherfuckers can be a whole bunch of other stuff. But motherfucker absolutely is a term of endearment for me. So if you hear me say it and I call you a motherfucker, that's because you my motherfucker. I'm just saying. And you know it only has 5 letters in it, motherfucker. All right, keep it pushing. On Thursday, that same day, with the things opening up for you, right? New moon kind of style. Ooh, that's weird. Mercury is squaring Uranus. Thoughts and strategies against the plan. So, yo, this Uranus North Node thing that's happening, right? Uranus is included. Yo, it's real close, by the way. It's so incredibly close. Uranus is at, I think, either 19 or 18 degrees, and the North Node is at 19 or 18 degrees, but they're getting close. And on July 31st, they'll both be at 18 degrees. Incredible. So I'm going to say, yeah, the North Node is at 19 and Uranus is at 18 already. And on July 31st, they get together and they conjoin at 18 degrees. A big deal. Before that, though, the reason why I'm bringing that up, hopefully you took advantage of my special. Before that, though, on Thursday, check that out, on the 28th, right? Mercury is squaring Uranus. Oh, shit. That looks like some really irrational fear. That looks like before Uranus hits with the North Node, Uranus, remember, is about change, about radical change, about intelligence, but about the rebel in you, about doing things on an independent level. That means before it actually goes there and hits the North Node, here comes a goddamn brain. Here comes Mercury in Leo. Ego. Check your ego this week, y'all. In the best way possible, ego keeps coming up. Ego, Mercury and Leo, wants to square Uranus. Wait a minute. Hold on, Mercury. Hold up. Wait a minute. Here's the deal. We've been preparing for this Uranus North Node change. We've been feeling it in our gut. Goddamn, I got that reading from Sonia. Goddamn, I didn't even get the reading from Sonia and I can still feel it. I know what's going on. This change that's happening. And here comes the brain. Well, wait a minute. Do we look good enough? Well, wait a minute. Do we have enough money? Well, wait a minute. Did we call X, Y, and Z? Well, wait a minute. Did they thank me for that? Ooh, wait, what? Wait a minute. Do they appreciate me for this change I'm about to make? Ooh, what? Mercury and Leo and some ego fucking expectation shit. Yo, don't let your expectations fool you. Nobody's ever going to appreciate you 100%, and that's word. In my opinion and in my experience. Because they don't know what you've gone through. I'm saying that in regards to this Mercury square and Uranus. The Uranus is about these swift changes are going to happen. And all of a sudden, here comes the thought of Mercury being in Leo. They don't expect me to do this. Or I expect X, Y, and Z. Yo, don't let those expectations disappoint you and destroy your progress and destroy that switch that's coming. Wait, hold on. Mercury and Leo says, do I have an audience yet? Do y'all see what the fuck I'm doing? Do I have enough followers? Do I have enough this? Do I have enough money? Just do it? Because that Mercury and Leo will have you expecting that you need X, Y, and Z in order for the change to happen. And that's not true. That is not true, in my opinion. The universe is in charge of this. And not only that, you've been laying down the foundation already. Would you want to trip up on the work that you've been doing just because your ego says, wait, hold on, nobody's paying attention? Who cares who's paying attention? Do what you're supposed to do and do what Spirit told you to do regardless. It'll come together. Does that make sense? I'm a hope and a soul. On Thursday, also, the moon, being in Leo, is going to trine, Jupiter going backwards in Aries. Appreciation of the past gems. That's when they'll come together. And that's what I put. On the same day where it's asking you to be more creative and bring new things into your life, it's asking you to appreciate it too. Know how bomb you are without having to tell everybody and without having to get the reward straight away, the accolades straight away. Even a call to say, "Ooh, that was some dope ass." You don't need all of that. Do it for love's sake, for your sake, because you know that you're bomb and you know that you've been laying down a foundation. You don't need no goddamn audience. You don't need no ego to validate your plan. I'm getting tired. Vaughn said, I'm definitely going to have to review this. What up, Vaughn? I love you. Make sure you translate this to the office, all right? On Friday, the moon stays in Leo, right? And it's going to square Mars. See? More of a trip up, more of a off the plan kind of stand kind of feel. Why? Because because Mars is in Taurus and the moon is going to square Mars in Leo. No movement due to your ego. Here we go. Ego bruised from emotions. Now you want to punish by not moving. Who are you hurting? Yourself or them? That's a real question. On Friday, when that moon is squaring Mars and it says, due to my ego and due to the fact that I don't have, the right, what you doing over there, Mystic? Due to the fact I don't have the audience or the expectations that I thought, then I'm not going to move. Mars and Taurus, when it doesn't want to move, it's punishing. Come here. Come here, mama. What's in your mouth? I can't see. Due to the fact that we're not doing X, Y, and Z, feeling a particular way, I'm not going to move. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. Stay out of your ego and be very present. Stay in the love of it all. Stay in the vibration of not only performing, but creativity of it all, of giving it away, of shining to the point where you don't want anything back. You just shine for shine's sake. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of shining and not receiving what it is that you should receive, and then you don't want to move, Mars, or you get angry, Mars. You understand what I mean? Not necessary. On Friday, the moon squares Uranus too. Look at that. Ego against the change. Get over yourself. That's all I'm going to put. Ego up against the change. Get over yourself. It's a square to that. The moon is squaring Mars and the moon is squaring Uranus. Oh, you don't want to move and you don't want to change? Come on now. Get over yourself. There's a battle only because it's hard to go where we're about to go because we don't have the instructions, as I started this wonderfully long forecast with. We don't have the instructions. We don't have the plans. We don't have the blueprint. But let me tell you something about Leo energy on the contrary of its ego. In the best way, it pushes through. In the best way, Leo says, I'm showing up, regardless of what y'all say. I'm getting in the door. What I'm going to do when I get there, I have no idea. Just give me the mic and I'm going to let it rip. But Leo says, yo, get me in the door, cuz. Let me go there. You understand what I'm saying? Let me be courageous in the way that I need to be courageous. You understand? Prayerfully, y'all get this. Leo pushes through in the best way possible. Not with expectations when it's riding on high, but through the courage, through the ability and the knowingness. I'm supposed to be here. I'm worthy of this. Luxury and all, I'm worthy of this. I'm a bad motherfucker. Stay with that. All right. Oh, that's a good deal because on Friday, if you do, Kamal, please stop texting. On the I had to be mama, y'all. I needed to do that. Like for real, he walked in the door and he see me doing this and things are going off. Bing, da bing, bing, bing. Don't you know you have something to do with that? What in the world your 4 planets in Aquarius is doing right now? Okay. Friday. Lastly, the moon is conjuncting Mercury. Speak your heart to find your way. Time for you to be heard. Boom. So if the moon is going up against your movement, the moon is going up against Uranus. Did you know that one? Good God. The moon is going up against Uranus. The moon is absolutely, actually going alongside Mercury. The process of thinking what you need. So just say what you want instead of expecting it to all come through instead of expecting your instructions to come, just say. And honestly, Squirrel Leo energy has a hard time doing that because it stays stuck in its pride. You dig? It stays stuck in that space where I don't need anybody. I'm so courageous. I'm so Leotine that I don't need anybody. Well, on Friday, after going through all of these ego hits, I'm just saying, after getting your feelings hurt a little bit, you may recognize that you have to speak up. You may recognize that you have to say what it is that you want. You know why? Because people can't read your mind. I gives a fuck if it's me or somebody that can see. Don't do that to your healers and your seeing friends. Oh, you should know. You should know to call on me. You should know that, I love you. You should know. No, sometimes you just have to say it. Either the person or the person who's supposed to say it, or whoever, whatever party has to say it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not about expecting you to know that the love is there. Love is one thing, action is a whole nother. What's love got to do with it, Tina Turner, is what they say. Nothing. It's how you perform that love. It's how you express that love. It's how you are passionate about that love. Leo says it's how the fuck you show up, because Leo energy shows up. It's devoted like that. However, sometimes it needs to speak. It needs to say. It needs to say, I'm wounded. It needs to say, I'm hurt right now. Give me a moment. Or can you help me? So on Friday, speak up when you feel like you're hurt. What'd you have in your mouth, huh, little puppy? On Saturday, the moon goes into Virgo at 2:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the only thing I'm about to say on Saturday is be careful, cuidado, because moon in Virgo is tricky. It takes us out of this ego space for sure, but then it adds a whole nother space of delusion, and Virgo brings denial, especially in the emotions. So when you feel a thing, you might feel deluded, especially because the moon is going to quincux Neptune. The moon is going to quincux Pluto, delusioned in its power and delusion in its delusion. This is Saturday. So my point is this, is that things may come up emotionally for you. And because you've been doing a lot of emotional work, or you've been handling your ego throughout the week, you may go into denial about one thing or two because you want to hold your power, Pluto, or you want to stay in escapism, Neptune. Just don't be irritated by it, and say what you need to say, feel what you need to feel, and not be embarrassed by the thing, is what I want to say. On Sunday, trying to go through quick now because apparently people are not listening to me in my house. Nobody, not the dog, not the child, the young man, nobody. Good God. On Sunday, the moon is quincunxed in Jupiter, going reverse. See the blessings without the criticism. Some blessings may come to you, or I should say, you may revisit some blessings, Jupiter going reverse, and you may get a little critical about it. Oh, I used to sing like this. That wasn't good. I used to do like this. That wasn't good. You understand what I'm saying? That wasn't perfect. That wasn't right. That didn't have an order. That wasn't the right how, in quotes. You understand what I mean? If that's the case, be easy on yourself. Please don't get twisted by it. Relax for a second and see what these blessings are. Put them on the table and look at them. See how you can utilize them as resources. Discard some, take on the others without being critical and without, being hard on yourself for not being perfect. You understand? Or analyze it in the right way. On Sunday, the sun, I like that. Leo's sun is going to trine Jupiter going retrograde. Be abundant in the way that you are as you are revisiting these gifts that are coming up to you. Shine in that. Take ownership of it. The moon will actually sextile Venus. That makes me happy. The moon in Virgo will hit Venus in Cancer, making us feel like the things that we are revisiting, the things that we are seeing, the emotional information that's coming up, allowing us to be a little analytical, a little detached, a little caring, is in alignment with how we love, the nurturing of ourselves, back to one, back to today. See how that works? We'll see in our emotions on Sunday why we did the thing, why we loved up on ourselves the way we did in this Cancer-like way today and tomorrow, that being Tuesday and Monday. Whew, that was a lot, and I'm hot. I am hot. Y'all have any questions? I would love to read at least one person because we're already at an hour and almost 5 minutes. So if you can give me your sun, your moon, and your rise, I would be really, really happy. I'm going to go in on one person, and I'm looking for questions to see if anybody had questions. One person that can give me their sun, their moon, and their rise, and then I'll get off this thing. I hope this information helped you. And again, I missed y'all. I really miss speaking with y'all. I miss coming to terms with some things. And believe it or not, I don't even revisit this information, and I have to be surprised throughout the week because I am that kind of astrologer who's like, yo, let me just live my life. Here's the information, but let me not rely on it so much where I feel like astrology is leading my life. No, it's my experiences. It's my God. It's my love. It's my connection to my ancestors. It's my people that help me to shape my life and my existence. And astrology too, being aware, but I probably have to read this again. So I don't know what that means, workshop coordinator. I was about to hit you up, but I'm gonna have to go to the next person because you didn't give me your sun, your moon, and your rise as the positions. Antoinette Engel, Gemini sun, and your rise and your moon is in Virgo. That's interesting. I'm gonna say this much. You know, Gemini and Virgo is Gemini and Virgo is a square. First of all, they operate in two different ways. Although they are both ruled by Mercury, they both communicate in different ways. Virgo communicates through analyzing and through details, whereas Gemini communicates through compartments and information, like breaking down the information within the compartments, right? But the thing in which they really square in is this, is that Virgo energy is all about the service, whereas Gemini is about service, but Gemini can switch and be dual in a minute, right? Like, I'm gonna help you, motherfucker, but if you don't recognize my help, then fuck yeah. That's how that looks. And that's how the Gemini feels, to be truthful with you, and will operate quicker than quick. So within your personality, young lady, I'm assuming you are a young lady, within your personality, it's hard to judge you. Are you doing this because you love to do it and you want a service, or are you doing it for information's sake and you want them accolades because you want to be respected for your mind and your intellect? I'm just saying, you flip back and forth with it. And the Virgo in you wants to always show up and be that nurse, wants to always show up into service. I'm going to say also, with that being said, find some time for yourself. And you don't have to be so quick with finding that time, meaning that the Gemini will be like, fuck y'all, I did this for y'all, I'm out. And they're like, what happened to her? you know, uh, in my opinion, it feels better when it's seamless. But the information is yours. All the information in the universe is yours. And people probably come to you as a resource for almost every single thing. You keep things light and airy, which you should be, but just don't let the Virgo hold you back from excelling. And I mean that with everything. Virgo energy is necessary. We need to have service, and we need to be caring, and we need to do the things that Virgo does in a way in which, again, it seems selfless, but you can't forget yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Utilize that moon in Virgo on Sunday, all right? The Sunday that's coming up, so you can sit in that. You can sit in that space. You can sit in the service of you and then recognize where you need to service you as well. I hope that makes sense, sweetie pie face. That's really, really quick. But thank you for the thumbs up. I'm going to get off this thing because I feel like my attention needs to go elsewhere. But if y'all have questions, leave them below. Leave them below. Wait, hold on. When the planets have retrograde and you already have hold on for a minute, because I'm going to try to read this in the way that is really said. When the planets have retrograde and you already have 6 retrograde sun, your natal chart, is this a double whammy? I don't necessarily understand that life dance. I'm not trying to be facetious, but that doesn't make too much sense. The sun is never retrograde. And does that mean if you have retrograde planets, which a lot of people do, in your natal chart, and the retrogrades that are happening currently, how does that match to your retrogrades? It depends on, I hope I'm reading that right, and it depends on the planets that you're referring to. You're welcome, Antoinette. I hope that helps, honey. It's real brief and is what I can tap into this moment, but I hope something came out of it for you. But back to you, Life Dance. It depends on what planets are retrograde in your chart and what planets are we talking about right now, for one, because I'm a specific kind of person when it deals with astrology, oftentimes. However, in a blanket kind of way, yeah, sure. When planets are going retro and you're normally a retro spirit, meaning that your personality is retro, then you invite the slowdown. You feel normal in the slowdown, in the revisiting things. And oftentimes, moving direct is too fast for you. However, you benefit from both, just like the people who have all direct planets. And when we get into retrograde season, we benefit from that. So it's just six in one hand, half a dozen in the other, if that makes sense. Yeah. Are there any other questions? I had to see that real quick, and I hope I answered that. Hey, y'all be good to yourself, all right? Check your ego, check your expectations so you don't get disappointed. Pour into you, bring back your power, bring back your power. And allow anything that's new but almost old come back into your life and revitalize the battery in you, especially if it's creative, because that's Leo energy. Especially if it's, fun loving, because that's Leo energy. Bring it back into your life and say, what do I like to do that makes me smile, that makes me dance, that makes me feel like a kid, that makes me feel like I can develop and I can create myself into something totally bigger and better than I was before. That's word. Y'all got that? All right. I see y'all next week. For sure, for sure. Take care, okay?